as the conversation on technology, on 5G, on communications continue to march on, 2022 is going to be a critical year for us to improve on how we communicate with one another. And the past 2 years, the pandemic has shown us one thing, that technology is the backbone of keeping this industry alive and keeping our economy running. Because of this, I have the privilege to interview Wong Weng Yew, the founder and managing director of Extreme Broadband, or EBB. They are a pioneer internet service provider that delivers high-performance network across the country, particularly for business corporations as well as educational institutions. Wang, thanks for taking the time to speak with us. Maybe we can talk about some of the critical factors of EBB over the past few years and perhaps how you're going to shape up for this year. Wang.
Thanks for having me, Ibrahim. It's a pleasure to be with you here. Yes, EBB, over the past few years, we have experienced very interesting developments. First of all, we are an active innovators in the business of connectivities. We develop connectivity products that differentiate ourselves from what's available in the market. Recently, we have been the active promoters of bringing enterprise players to connect to the internet exchange. By connecting to the internet exchange, the businesses can connect directly with other networks, hence improving on the internet performance, reducing on the latency for their applications, and then providing them more options. So this is one of the innovations that we brought to the market. Another innovations that we are bringing to the market is we have been a very active promoters of Johor Bahru as an internet hub in Malaysia. So we have developed a data center there known as JB1. The data center is only 2 km from the causeway. It's very close to Singapore. We have developed an internet exchange over there since 3 years ago. The internet exchange is known as Johor Bahru Internet Exchange. So the idea is we allow the traffic to stop by in Johor Bahru before it travels down to Singapore. And then with the traffic stopping by in Johor Bahru, the network providers can exchange traffic in Johor Bahru before the traffic go to Singapore. And this helps to reduce the amount of traffic that we need to send down to Singapore, hence allowing our local providers to save costs. So this is actually another one of the innovations that we bring to the market.
The important element here is, of course, CapEx investment by your company into this sector. Do you feel that you have what it takes to bulldoze through the developments that is needed in order to build that infrastructure that is required by your company for your customers?
Yes, we do. So one of the way that we do it is by collaborations with other partners. So the way we go forward is when we invest onto infrastructures, we look at ways where other partners can benefit from it, and we invite partners to come in and do joint investment together. So in the era of infrastructures investment method where telcos are all sharing infrastructures, so we are approaching the infrastructures investments by actively collaborating with other telcos together. So I believe with this approach, we are able to continue our growth, leveraging on the collaboration with other telcos.
That's the other element here, because this sector is actually quite competitive, and all the other telcos need to work hand in hand in terms of trying to deliver the best for consumers, but margins are thin, capex is high, also the industry is very challenging. This is not to downplay the whole notion that the customers are very, very demanding, both retail customers as well as corporations. It seems like this industry is, while important and actually quite crucial in the development of our country, and of course quite important in terms of the reopening of our economy, it doesn't seem to be having that kind of blue ocean kind of growth, how do you continue to stay competitive and productive and most importantly profitable in this very challenging industry, Wang?
Yeah. Okay. I think Ibrahim, contrary to what you mentioned just now, we do find there are some interesting blue oceans out there where we are able to contribute. I think just now I have briefly mentioned about the two areas. One is the internet exchange. We are the only we are the um, our groups pioneers the idea of promoting internet exchange services to the enterprise. So we believe that internet exchange hub is going to be the next biggest developments in the industry. So if you look at other countries in the more developed countries, um, the, uh, the internet traffic have always grown towards a few locations where all the industry players are congregating together to exchange traffic. So this so-called the internet hub, yeah, is going to be a norm in Malaysia, and we believe the enterprise will be the next group of users who will be taking advantage of the presence of this internet hub. The second one, the second blue oceans that we have identified is the data centers outside Klang Valleys. We believe in Malaysia, especially the peninsular Malaysia, there are a few areas where is currently is currently uh, not being noticed by any industry players, and we are actively developing those areas to be the new telco hub for the industry. And with this effort put in together, it will make Malaysia a lot more interesting destinations for the regional OTT players to invest into. So so these are the areas that we are focusing on, and we believe these are the blue oceans that we are that will give us the next growth engine that we need.
Wang, let's talk a little bit more about the developments of the industry. I want to ask you a little bit more before we conclude this interview in terms of where the direction is going to be in the next 1 to 2 years. You did touch or alluded to the fact that 5G is being rolled out in the country. It was also being rolled out in many other places around the world, especially in this region. How are things going to shape up in terms of the application of it, in terms of commercial use of 5G, and perhaps how do you think things will change at the workplace? Just some summary thoughts, I suppose, on this, Wang.
Okay, sure. I think for a start, the 5G impact is going to be felt mostly by the internet users. The earlier application for 5G will be a fastest internet service to all the 5G users. So I foresee that most of the 5G application for these years will be mostly surrounding the improved internet speed brought by the 5G. And then from next year onwards, we are beginning to see 5Gs to begin to replace the 4G in other part of Malaysia. So again, the developments will be mostly on the coverage, and people may equate 5G with a faster internet service. Um, and now the year after that, I'm foreseeing that there will be a lot more business applications um, jumping onto the 5G bandwagons. First of all, the first of which is the IoT applications. And then I also foresee that business users will begin to use 5G as a replacement of their fiber connectivities moving forward.
Yep, thank you, Wang. That was our conversation with Wong Weng Yew, the founder and managing director of Extreme Broadband, or EBB. If you've missed any part of this interview, just head on to astroawani.com, look for Notepad over there, or you can also look for Extreme Broadband on all our social sites. Until then, thanks very much for watching and goodbye.